TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on this Saturday morning. Time now for the Mayor's Report, and with us is Mayor Michael Beamish.
And I am here, and thank you again for sharing about what's happening around Troy, and there's always something good happening, even in the dormant winter months.
You're right, there is always something happening in Troy. If you can't see it happening, that means it's behind the scenes and the planning is going into making it happen.
Absolutely. Clint, you're absolutely right.
Well, we had Valentine's Day on Wednesday.
Yes, I hope everybody said something nice to their significant other or wife.
Or anyone, as far as that goes.
In fact, around our office, we talk about every day should be Valentine's Day. And if you really think about it, wouldn't it be nice if you give every living creature your smile? Even
a little bit of kindness every day.
A little kindness, and then show respect for each other. Can you imagine what might happen in the world today if we did that on a daily basis?
Might just see a little good karma come your way when that starts happening.
It's not easy to do, but if you make that your plan for the day and say give somebody a smile and a kind word, just think how that would make somebody else and how that could trickle out if everybody respected each other like that.
I've always said anyone can be a jerk. Anyone can be nasty. It takes no effort. But it takes a lot of effort to be kind and nice to people.
It's so easy to find fault in everything, but it's a little more difficult when you try to really search for the good in any situation.
Well, when you put the time in, you can make it good.
Yeah, you do that. You do that so well. You and David and the rest of the staff here, you always try to look at the bright side of things. Maybe it's because you have a good view of the downtown, and we know that's our living room of our community where we're so proud of. So that might perk up everybody's spirits, too.
Well, hopefully so.
Just come downtown and walk around.
And when you're out on the street, make sure you say hello.
That's a good thing.
Spring cleanup for the both cemeteries.
Well, we've been saying think spring. I mean, maybe
this is a good time to do it.
This is a good time, but we do ask everybody now, and then we understand there's this is tough when you go to the cemetery. You're thinking of your loved ones who have departed this world. But there are many times you put out flowers, decorations, different kinds of things. But it also is a time when we're trying to renew. And so we ask people to get all their ground decorations removed from the cemetery by March of this year. And what that does is it sets us up for thinking spring and the spring cleanup, and of course the spring wreaths. I like to say that spring wreaths, the gravestone decorations, and other appropriate decorations can be replaced on April 1st.
Okay.
April 1st.
So starting here at the beginning of March, they'll go in and clean up the cemetery grounds, right. And that's a chance for people to come in and maybe reclaim their vases or whatever may be out there. But they can freshen those up and bring them back at the beginning of April.
Trying to give a lot of people lead time to do that, and understanding that many times, there are people that are very concerned about their departed loved ones, and I believe that and feel that.
We'd like to keep them fresh and cleaned and
fresh,
manicured.
So if you have any questions, here's what I always do: go out or call the cemetery department and ask, what needs to be removed, and when can they replace.
And they can answer questions like what you can put out, like. Don't go plant flowers at the gravestones,
right? Because
those will automatically be removed if something like that were to happen. So to avoid a situation like that, they can find out, some of the regulations and things that you are allowed to put out there.
And there's a lot of things happening in the wintertime, so there's a lot of cleanup to be done. Mm-hmm. And so if everybody works together, what a cemetery is all about will be bright and cheery for the spring and summer season.
And respectful remembrance.
Respectful. That's a great word, Clint. Respectful.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I tried to say it was President's Day on this past Monday, but it wasn't. It's coming up this Monday.
It is
President's Day.
Yeah, President's Day is February 19th. And I would just mention that the Troy City offices will be closed that day. My guess is most of the governmental offices will be closed. I can't speak for everybody, but I can say Troy
like post
City.
office. Right. That's a post office holiday. It's a school holiday too.
Right, correct. And so, just be respectful of that special day. But I also would tell you that's a Monday, and would have been a normal day for Troy City Council to meet.
So you're going to move her a day.
We move it back a day, and it will be at 7 o'clock on Tuesday the 20th, so you can mark your calendars there. Now, let me also mention, and I know you would probably
I know where you're going with it.
You know where I'm going. Because, we still have trash pickup and we have recycling pickup on the day that it's scheduled. So if you have Monday trash and recycling pickup on President's Day, get it out and it will be picked up.
Those days, that doesn't change unless it's Christmas or New Year.
Only 2 days during the whole year where we do take a day and move it back.
Well, it keeps folks in that routine of getting the trash out, and then you know that it's out. I can't tell you how many times where it would get to the point where it's like, oh, are they coming? You don't think about that, or you don't set it out, and then you've got 2 weeks of trash to try to figure out. So just put the trash out at the normal time, even though it's a holiday.
I will say in many cases, many people will only put it out every couple of weeks. That's okay too. Those bins are pretty big. So if you're an empty nester like my wife and I, sometimes we don't have that much trash and we'll wait a week. But most of the time we try to get it out so let it be picked up.
Well, and the fact that we've got the recycle bins and the trash bins, you're breaking it up. So it's not like you're trying to put it all in one. Right. And if you're sorting correctly, I would think that your recycle bin would have more in it.
That's true.
Most times it does.
And they roll. Both of those bins roll. I have found that to be very helpful at my age. So
I took trash out last night, and I'm in complete agreement with that. There was a lot. How are you at trivia?
Well, let's put it this way. I know where you're going on. You always say, I know where you're going. I know where you're going on this one because the Taste of Troy has a trivia night coming up. It's sponsored by the Troy Main Street. It's a fundraiser. It should be a fun evening of gathering. I'm going to go to St. Pat's is the parish center there to have that. Team Troy will be included. I as the mayor, put a team in. So we will be there to test our trivia knowledge, but I hope we have a team of 8, and I hope those other 7 will carry me.
Well, we can get Bill. We'll be there to do it, because Bill would be like the hive mind.
Yeah, people need to understand. We're talking about Bill McIntosh,
yes.
A wonderful individual in this community who has had a bout with illness. And we certainly like to see him back on the Troy Community Radio, but also out and about.
Get him back well, for sure.
Yes.
The Taste of Troy Trivia Night, Tuesday, February 27th from 6 to 9.
Good.
8 seats per team. It's $25 a ticket, or $175 if you get the whole table. But the trick with it is you've got to get those tickets in advance.
Correct. And Nicole Loy would like to hear from you. She's our executive director at Troy Main Street, or Dee Mahan. They man, they're both women, but they're there.
They man the office.
That's true. And so I hope people will find that to be a fun fellowship night with, I guess there's prizes to be won.
They've, from how Nicole has explained it to me, they've got baskets that are filled with gifts that are from the downtown area merchants that can be won. And she keeps saying now it's more than just the trivia, because the restaurants, she said, and these aren't like sample size. She said, this isn't going to be like the Taste of Troy downtown where you get just a little bit and you get that taste. She said, it's going to be like a meal.
It's yummy.
That there's so much food, and these are from our local restaurants.
That's even adds to the excitement. So if you're ever considered just being a part of a trivia night, this is an opportunity, and also you're serving and helping the Troy Main Street and the downtown merchants and the whole community, in fact.
You can get those tickets. I've got Main Street's number, 339-5455. Or you can stop by the Main Street office. They're located in the 405 building between 1 and 4, Monday through Friday.
Second floor.
There you go. Anything else you'd like to add this morning, Mayor? Something else I'll add. After Valentine's Day, the lights go out downtown in the trees.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So we will see that change in the downtown, but what we can look forward to is it won't be long once spring hits that we'll start to see the flowers around the fountain again and in the basket. I can't wait. I always love that time of year
again.
Yes.
As well. So we got a lot to look forward to when we think spring, and I appreciate, again, Troy Community Radio, who continually promotes some of the events and activities throughout our downtown and community.
Well, in Troy, there's just I think it was Bert Wolf on the one of the cooks always used to say, "Oh, it's good stuff."
It's good stuff.
Downtown Troy, oh, it's good stuff.
Thank you.
Stop down and check it out. Thank you so much, Mayor. This has been the Mayor's Report. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN.